I never felt like letting go, but here I am. 'Cause I'm just fed up with the days falling, slipping through my hands. So I just need control, and I need to know how to find a home. But then I guess I need a loan. Never felt like letting go, but here I am. 'Cause I'm so fed up with the days falling, slipping through my hands. So I just need control, and I need to know how to find a home. But then I guess I need a loan. Yeah, I really wanna talk, but no, I can't, and I can tell you why. I guess that's why I've lost a lot of sleep. I'm eating lullabies, I cannot lie, I wanna die like... Hey, I'm Innocent. I'm a rapper, producer, engineer, audio engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm also currently a part of Morphe Studios, and I'm being interviewed with Neighborhood Noises.
Alright, hey guys, what's up? I'm TophBeats. I'm a producer, I'm an engineer as well, and I'm also part of one half of Morphe Studios.
How would we describe our sound? I would guess, I would probably say more in the alternative space, I suppose. I know that's kind of a broad umbrella, but I would say we mostly specialize in alternative music, alternative hip-hop music generally speaking. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where our sound is because we love experimenting.
Right, it's kind of like we find stuff that we like, stuff that, and that we bond over, and like we'll share tracks from other artists and stuff that we really kind of mess with, and we come together and we're like, well, let's take, let's kind of this vibe,
pieces,
and this vibe from this track, and we'll make it something our own, and that's kind of how we get to a more alternative, different sound.
So for me personally, environmentally speaking, and like the environment that affected our taste in music and whatnot, we're in the New Jersey suburbs, so it was like, I personally, in this environment, grew up mostly listening to like pop music, what's on the radio, rock music, like my familial culture, being Filipino, like, I didn't grow up listening to much hip hop, you know what I mean? So that, and I brought into, again, when I started just experimenting on Spotify, and that's what grew my interest in different sounds.
I'm along the same lines, I think, definitely. I was interested in classic rock when I was a kid, and that was all that I did. But then afterwards, I started getting into hip hop, and it became my life. I mean, I'm just like a huge hip hop head. It's all I listen to now, for the most part.
It's kind of a personal story in which I go through kind of personal struggles within my own life. But I wanted to characterize it in a kind of story-driven way where my artist persona, Innocent, was kind of the main character. And it's mostly about love and loss in a lot of ways, and with using the themes, I guess, of life and death, hence Death Games, Yeah, so the song we're going to be talking about today is Alone.
A-L-O-A-N.
Yeah, as like a house loan, you know what I mean? The premise of the song is kind of me letting go and allowing myself to feel a lot of things, express a lot of things, and to kind of just express my feeling of loneliness. That's really where the name comes from. The second part of the reference that I'm making with Alone is kind of like, my idea for it was a loan, like a monetary loan, as in like it's a form of helping someone, you know what I mean? Like a type of support. I would say, honestly, probably my favorite part was putting together the outro, which is where our feature was, our Kaylee sang on. Like recording it and hearing her sing over it and hearing kind of like the almost final product of it was so gratifying to me, to like hear it beginning to end like match up to how I was thinking about it in my head.
Yeah, and my favorite part, I think, is like actually kind of like opposed to yours, would be like the beginning.
Yeah.
I think when you first start a track, and that's the most fun I have, because it's just like a painter looking at a canvas or something. It's like, well, I could do it. Like we can do anything. And once I put down those chords, once I start playing keys, and I'm like I have a drum groove and everything, it just feels like everything falls into place. And then hearing you, like when you first hear that hook, that was when I was like, oh, this is gonna all connect.
Yeah.
Like I see how it's connected, and that's the most gratifying part for me. But definitely the outro is dope.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, and then if you hear this is probably what we started with, Kyle. This is probably what our you were writing to is this. Yeah. Really stripped back. And then to fill up the low end, you decide the 808, which is mostly just hitting 3 notes for the most part. It's just to fill up subspace. But what really makes the song after that is like the little like spacey melody stuff, the really spacey stuff, because it's in the background, but it's what gives the ambiance.
Exactly, the wideness of it.
The character, yeah, I widened them, put spreaders and everything on them, so they're really spread out in the stereo field. I really love this bell. There's like one bell that goes really high. Oh, it's over here. That one that just kind of pops out, and it's really cool because it like
in the song you hear it.
Yeah, it pops out in the mix.
Control, and I need to know how to find a home with it. I guess I never felt like letting go.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like once you have the chords, you put a pad that's just like holding down the chords, less staccato. Then you put a bouncy staccato, boom, 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 and then we added the bells last.
I never felt like letting go, and here I am. 'Cause I'm so fed up with the days falling slipping through my hands, so I just need control.
I had pre-chorus stuff.
Yeah, the pre-chorus is like this kind of fat bass sound.
I never felt like letting go, and here I am. 'Cause I'm so fed up. I don't find a home, and then I guess
the outro, we just let Kaylee's voice with the chords, pianos, reverb. This is my favorite reverb. Valhalla's super massive. It's fire.
Feels like time keeps running slow. I need to go.
Some other vocals. And then we bring that back in, which I thought was a great touch. The bum bum bum, like kind of make it go again. We were gonna put drums here. We decided against.
But since we felt like we needed something from the previous parts to connect with the outro, and so we thought the bells are like that the single note, like was perfect,
And I jammed a little bit on it with played a little keys, just very lightly in the background, to give it more like a natural, like you're in a club or something, like with a live band. And then I started layering strings that just swell. Oh, we were gonna wait. There was one thing that we were gonna put in there.
What was my idea?
And I just let the bass be the last thing that comes.
It was like, I think I wanted it to end like go.
Yeah, that is right. We didn't take that out. We had Kaylee to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so,
we had her say go, and we thought it was like that's corny.
There are a good amount of lyrics in there that I connect with personally. I'd say I'm gonna have to try like remember just off the top of my head because I'm fake and don't memorize all my lyrics.
You want to play it?
Yeah, we can play it if y'all want. Yeah, it's where we did. It's that part where the purple. Yeah. I'll bring up the lyrics right now. So again, we've just played it, but these lyrics are to me like my favorite, and it goes, "I can't save myself and save you too. I made this bed so I can prove that sleeping well gives more to do, and one day I'll have room for two." I like that line a lot because it pretty much perfectly summed up how I was feeling going into the project. That like I was in this mood in which I had to kind of focus. Everyone has those moments where like you have to focus on yourself. You know what I mean? It's like when you hit that point in life where you can't really take care of multiple people or focus too hard on all these extra things in your life, and you kind of have to recenter yourself. So that whole line was kind of me saying that explicitly of like, I have to save myself, I can't save you too. you know, and I made this bed so that I can prove that sleeping well gives more to do. Sleeping well as in clear conscience, be able to think clear. So yeah, again, like I'm Innocent. You know, you can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Bandcamp. You know, I kind of go on all the major platforms. And I always kind of am working on new music. You know, my most recent single was Tongue Tied. So, you know, you can go check that out on Spotify, again, on all platforms and stuff. And, you know, the biggest plug for me is that, you know, Toph and I are, again, starting our own recording studio. So shout out to Morphe Studios. Follow us on Instagram. We'll have a website up soon. Hopefully when this comes out, it'll be up and ready.
Thank you guys for coming out and interviewing us. Neighborhood Noise, shout out. And I'm now working in the studio all the time, so both Kyle and I are trying to produce and record anybody. Like, we're trying to get link up with as many artists as possible. You know what I mean? Start something that's real, authentic, from anybody from any walk of life. And whatever music you're into, I'm sure we'll love it. Because music, if it's music, you know, we're there. And so shout out to Morphe Studios, and hopefully, you know, follow us on Insta and everything.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe to Neighborhood Noises YouTube channel.
And hit that bell.
Notification bell.
That bell.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.